Hello, my name is Ben, and on this YouTube channel I document my own print-on-demand journey. Today I'd like to talk about why the number of designs that you've uploaded doesn't matter. My view is that you should completely detach yourself of the number of designs that you're uploading, also in terms of having a goal, thinking about, when I have like 5,000 designs online, I make that amount of money, because it's not about the number of designs. I mean, I really do this video because from time to time I get these messages about, oftentimes there's a question, how many designs you have uploaded? And I tend to say that in my videos. I know many YouTubers don't, and I hope you recognize that. At least that shows that I try to be very transparent. I mean, that is what this channel is actually about from the beginning. I just wanted to document my journey, nothing different. This is my first online business. I had no experience with print on demand whatsoever. So, I think in sort of the 8 months that I've been in this business now, I think, that there is some good success, considering especially that I do this business part-time. But what now are the reasons that I think you should really detach yourself from the number of designs, and why it is actually not important at all? So the first point that you can see here actually. So let's start with how many designs do I actually uploaded. So I actually have 4,800 designs roughly online here on Spreadshirt, and that's roughly the number of designs that I will have uploaded on other print-on-demand websites as well, including like TeePublic, Redbubble, Zazzle, Society6. Tostadora is probably less because I started way later. Also Merch by Amazon is less because I'm still only tier 100, even though I have had 100 sales now for a while. But this is 5,000 designs. Now, what does that tell you? It doesn't actually tell you anything. It only tells you that, it might actually demotivate you because you think, well, I only have 100 designs. I will never get to 5,000 or whatever. But that's why I think the number of designs doesn't matter at all. It depends on various factors. So let's start with factor number one. First of all, it also depends on the number of products actually that you select, because if you are on a website like that here on Spreadshirt, but it applies to Amazon Merch here as well, it applies to any other print-on-demand website. When you upload a design, that's a design, but you put it on so many products. You can put it on over 100 products on many websites. So if I tell you I have 5,000 designs online, it doesn't tell you how many products I have online, because I could, with those 5,000 designs, I could have 50,000 products online. I could have 70,000 products online, So this really doesn't tell you a lot in that respect. Also, it depends on the number of websites. So do you only upload to Spreadshirt? Or do you upload your 5,000 designs also to Merch by Amazon, and maybe even to many other websites? Because that then again means that you have 5,000 designs, yes, on one platform, but you could have these 5,000 on 10 platforms. I think I've got them on like 5 or 6. And with these 5 or 6, then again, on each platform, you have like 100 products or even more per design, right? So that's the next thing that you actually need to know. How many websites are you uploading to? But then also, it's not only that. It doesn't only depend on the number of products. It doesn't only depend on the number of websites. It also depends on what are you doing. Are you actually designing here for trends, or are you designing for evergreens? So I personally design actually 95%, 99% maybe even, only evergreen designs. And that I do that because I've got an extremely, extremely long-term perspective on this business. I've not started this to make quick money. I've started this to build a long-term successful business, and I believe I'm on a really, really good way with that. Yes, it is slow, like print on demand. It just is slow, and if you don't understand that, or if that's not for you, that's not a problem. But then probably print on demand is not for you. You can accelerate your success in print on demand by, for example, using an upload tool as I do. I think compared to other people, I've scaled up quite quickly, even though it's still too slow for some people. But I know it is slow, but I'm happy about every sale. It just makes me happy and motivates me. But yes, you can get there quicker And I believe you can do that by either having a lot of experience or by having a lot of time, because you can design better designs, or by doing marketing and advertising, which I'm not doing at all. I'm completely into the passive, as passive as possible, stream of thought, I would say, because I just don't have the time to do any advertising at the moment. I still work full time. That might change one day, but until then, I guess I won't really do a lot of advertising, because first of all, I need some time for that as well. I'm not sure if it's worth it. I might look into, I actually plan to look into it, also to share my findings and thoughts about that here on this channel, but it's not my key priority. I actually design for Evergreens. This channel is all about passive income, and again, if you have to do advertising, it's more active again. I really try to minimize the activity. I try to keep it as passive as possible, which is why, even if I had 50,000 designs online and I don't make that many more sales, I wouldn't be bothered, because I haven't put that much work into it, because I've automated my process as good as possible. But let's get to the next point. So I was talking about trends and evergreens. So if you design for trends, chances are that trend might go away in a month. So you might have one day, you might find someone has like 10,000 designs online, but their sales always keep on the same level. They might only do like maybe 30 sales a month. Maybe they have 20,000 designs online and they still only make 30 sales a month. And that could be because the trends, you design for trends, you upload 50 designs for a trend, and then that trend goes away in a month. So these 50 designs that you've created, they will not sell in 2 months anymore. So they're like wasted work, wasted effort, right? So that's why I design for evergreens, and it takes longer than to make a sale. That's my experience, but at least, some of my evergreens I've been selling for since the first day. I don't have a bestseller per se, but there are many designs with really consistent sales, and that's what I'm aiming to do. So you need to know if someone is actually designing evergreens or trends, right? That is very important to know, because it completely changes the picture. If someone's only designing for trends, that person could have 100,000 designs and probably, potentially not make that many sales. It all depends, of course, but that is definitely an important aspect to know and to understand. And so also one more point is, how experienced are you? If you've had experience with print on demand before and then you start a new print on demand business, of course, maybe you only need less designs to be successful, right? I have 5,000. I make around $150 now per month with print on demand, with 5,000 designs online, I would say. And that's just print on demand. That doesn't include any affiliate income. That doesn't include YouTube income. That's really just print on demand royalties. $150 per month with around 5,000 designs. Maybe it's a bit more. Obviously, it varies every month. And it's for everybody to decide, is it worth it or not? For me, it's worth it, because I know that these 150, they will now come in every month, and they will get more and more every month. So I'm extremely happy with that, because having 150 or not, I haven't really put so many hours in there in this business, because I've automated it, that I'm not really bothered. It can go up slowly. I always think, just depending if you invest in a dividend income, dividend portfolio or whatever, stock portfolio for dividends, until you receive $150 per month in dividends, you need to have a lot of money in that portfolio. So 150 actually in passive income, making money while sleeping, I think that's pretty good. After 8 months, I started with I think $20 per month, and I'm now at 150. So maybe next year I'll be at 400, 500 per month. Maybe 1 year from now, and 500 per month. That's quite good. That's like if you own a house and rent it out, you get 500 per month in profit. Obviously, it varies depending on what kind of house or whatever, but you need to spend quite a lot of money to buy a house and rent it out. So always keep it in perspective. Also important to know is that print on demand, it's not as I said, it's not a sprint, it's more a marathon. and you don't just retire on print on demand. I think you can, but you need to be in that business for years. I mean, people who are really successful in this, I mean, look at Ryan Hogue. He started like many years ago, and look at him as well. I mean, he's doing the I think monthly income reports, and don't get me wrong, he's making really good income just from print on demand, but he's like tier 200,000 on Amazon Merch. I mean, you don't even know how many products he has online at the moment. And looking at what he makes, I mean, it's impressive. But again, I'm sure if you would take if you would compare what I make with the number of designs that I've got online, I'm sure it would be comparable. I'm sure it would be comparable. If I had like 20x designs online like I have now, I probably would make 20 times the profit as well. So it's just about how long have you been in that business, and the best time to get into the business was yesterday. The next best time is today. And then also one more very important aspect to know, which is why I think just asking for the number of designs isn't really important or helpful, is how much work do you actually put into this business. Because I could be uploading, and I often do, I could upload 50 designs per day, and for example Ryan Hogue is doing the same. So if you're uploading 50 designs per day, do you really think Ryan spends like 8 hours designing per day? No, of course not. And I don't. And yeah, of course, if you spend like 8 hours a day designing for 50 designs, or maybe even longer, then $150 per month at the moment, it's nothing. But if you do like I do, maybe like only, I don't know, 20 minutes for 50 designs, don't get me wrong, sometimes it's more, but then I scale them out. So I've got a few templates, I scale them out with automation, then I upload them, and then I think for that, again, I've got a full-time job, I've got a family, so I sort of need to fit this into my daily routine, and everybody has to do that. If you have more time on your hands, you can possibly create better designs, but you need to understand how much work does someone put into the business. And for me, it's all about making it passive, making it automated, building an additional income stream, not one income stream that I want to rely on. It's just an additional one, in addition to many other income streams. I think that's very important. But if you do that, if you build an additional income stream, you don't put a lot of work in it because you want to keep it passive, you need to put it then in perspective, right? So if I don't spend too much time on 5,000 designs, but then you have a real artist who's put a lot of work into 5,000 designs, of course that person will probably do much better. Of course, depending on, is it a profitable niche, and has that person actually put in quite a bit of work into keyword research as well. And that takes me to the next point, because this is another aspect. It's not about the number of designs only. It's also about what niches are they in. It's not only about evergreens or trends, it's also about what niche. How much competition is there in the niche? So someone could have 5,000 designs in a very profitable niche, and then that person might do much better than someone who's spreading across hundreds of niches and only has 1 or 2 designs in each niche. So that's important to know as well. And I think that's pretty much it. And I just want to emphasize that for me, this is really all about the journey. It's a journey. It's not about, I've got now 5,000 designs, I want to make that income. No, it's about the journey. I don't really care about how many designs I have online. I'm actually completely detached of how many I have. My first milestone was 1,000 designs, and I really worked towards that. And that is because when I started doing print on demand, I watched Greg Gottfried's videos. I think you probably know him. He's, he had a YouTube channel. I think he's got another one, but he's got one about print on demand. And he said you need at least 1,000 designs to be successful. And I believed him, and I did it. And I think the business is growing. A lot of people are struggling with print on demand, and people get upset if they have 50 designs online and they don't make a sale. And even though it is frustrating, I guess it's just a fact that we all have to accept, that you have to have a lot of good designs. And the reason is that there are so many people doing it. You need to realize you compete with hundreds of thousands of people worldwide. There's no you won't become successful with just 50 designs or 100 designs. You need to upload a lot. You need to, that's my view, you need to upload a lot. You need to outwork and outpace your competition. That's what it's about. That's just reality in every business, really. You need to outwork everybody, at least most of the people. And only if you do that, only then I think you can become really successful. Then you have the edge compared to your competition. If you just upload one design a day, my personal view is you won't be successful. That's just reality. And that's the hard reality. But on the other hand, then print on demand, you don't have to put any money in, really. So that is why the entry barrier is so low, but that's also a big advantage. That's why I'm in print on demand as well. I didn't, with my first online business, I didn't really want to risk anything. So, if you have a family, you don't want to risk a lot of money. So that's why I chose print on demand. It was easy to start. And so, yeah, it's all about being in the journey. And I know that I'll be in this business for 4 or 5 or maybe even more years. And so for me, just looking at how many designs I have online, it's not really relevant. I mean, I could even take the designs that I've uploaded in the first month completely down. Or if I take down one day all the designs that are not selling and I suddenly only have like 500 left and I might make the same profit, that's probably more impressive. So the number of designs doesn't really matter, because the reality is also for me, probably, and I looked on Zazzle, I mean, looking at those thousands of products that I have online, and only like you have like 30 pages of products or designs, and I filtered for the most selling products, and honestly you only get like 2 pages and you have 50 pages of products. So it's just what it is. It is just what it is. And yeah, everybody can do it, to their capabilities. I'm not a professional designer. I still make designs that people want to buy, and I try to focus on these and double down on these niches then. But again, if I had more time, I'd probably do a much better job. But I also run this YouTube channel. I want to share my learnings, so it's, I'm not a guru or something. So I just share my learnings here, and hope you appreciate that. Hope you enjoy that daily content. There's much more to come. I want to focus on Shopify one day. I want to look into more advertising. I want to start with Etsy more again, because when I started my print on demand business here, I started with Etsy as well. It was really successful, but then I sort of stopped focusing on it and it dropped down again. But I made massive profits on Etsy. So I want to start that again. I mean, I had one t-shirt, I think I made a $20 profit. I mean, actually, it was unbelievable. I think I did that 2 or 3 times. That was mind-blowing. I made like $60 profit with 3 t-shirt sales. And I want to get there again, so I'll focus on that again more. But I've got some private stuff to do at the moment, so I can't really split myself too thin. So I try to keep this YouTube channel running, try to upload my designs every day, and then there's only limited time to learn new things and focus on specific things. But I'm going to get there very soon. I know that because I'm about to complete something that is very important for my, let's say, my academic education. And as soon as I've got that done, which is in the next few days, then I can focus more on YouTube again and on print on demand. Alright, so hopefully you liked that video. It was a pretty long video today. If you liked it, then please smash the like button, and if you want to follow me on my print on demand journey, then subscribe to the channel. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye!